Hi, my name's Joe. I basically hired the guy that came to my house and trimmed my tree, and he did a great job. For all this work, he charged me $300. My neighbor Bonnie, I knew needed some work, so I brought her over to see the job that he did because it was so good, and she was impressed. And she asked him how much he would charge to prune the tree in the front yard and remove a dead tree, and he said he was going to do that for about $500. So that's how that whole thing started. Then I guess the guy that she initially wanted, you're saying, left town or something, and you guys decided to work out some kind of deal with her for all this work. And she paid you, and the work you did is not exactly what she wanted. And so, to avoid any miscommunication, I'm making this video to show you what you did not do and the things that you did wrong so that you can fix them. I'm assuming that your intention was not to rip her off. This is the tree in my yard. You can tell that there's no dead branches anywhere. There were tons, and he cut them all off perfectly. They were hanging down from this side all the way to the fence. They're gone. Over here, they were hanging into my neighbor's yard. He cut all of those. That's how you prune a tree. It was also, there were branches in the wires. And when he cut the branches, you can see here how they're smooth, flat cuts. That's necessary because if they're not cut flat like that, it does damage to the tree and it messes up the way that they grow. This is the tree that you guys said you pruned. There are dead branches everywhere. And you cut like 3 branches towards the bottom, not smooth, flat cuts. Now, I understand that the guy who cut trees normally is not there, and you guys were going to try to do it, but you couldn't do it. So, if you can't cut all these branches, then you need to refund her some of her money so she can hire somebody who will. That's fair. This little thing, she just wants these branches cut down to the base because it's all dead. And this group, it's just got a bunch of dead branches. She thinks that this needs to be pruned a little bit better. There's a lot of dead branches still in that. And finally, we come to the rocks that you laid, which at first glance, it was beautiful. Problem is that she cannot water the trees because you put this stuff that you put under the rocks all the way up to the base of the tree, which is not how you're supposed to do it. I called a landscape person to ask them how they would do something like this, and they said in the event that they would even surround the tree with rocks, the tarp that's underneath the rocks, there would be a big hole around the tree cut into the tarp above the dirt. That way the water could still get into the ground. But most of the time, that's not even how they would do it. They would do it more like this. And if you do a search online, 95% of all the pictures have the tree surrounded in dirt like this. There's a ring of rocks around the tree, which is where the tarp underneath it is supposed to be cut off. And then inside the ring should be nothing but dirt under the rock so that it can be watered. Bonnie says that she asked you to put a ring around the tree and leave the dirt exposed, like in these pictures. Maybe, again, there was a misunderstanding. That needs to be fixed so she can water the trees, so she doesn't end up with a bunch of dead trees in front of her yard. Also, there was a tree with some branches by the gutter. She wanted those cut. I would like to set up a meeting between the three of us, you, me, and Bonnie, to facilitate what we're going to do about this. It's my business because I referred her to you, and so I need to make sure that everything's taken care of. Also, I have a lot of experience in this. So I can make sure that there's no misunderstandings. And also to clarify, our desired outcome is that we get this work finished, as opposed to getting any money back. So, after you watch this video, please give Bonnie a call, set up a date and time. I'm am open. I'll be there. Thank you for your time. If we don't hear from you in 7 days, then I'll have to start the investigation on you and file the complaints. I'd really rather not do that, so please give us a call.